Alright, and we're back. Fucking hell. I think part of me thinks that, yeah, maybe give up on streaming Path of Exile. If this is gonna keep happening. That's the third time it happened. Alright, let's see. Imagination unrestricted by reality. Wait. First field is... Yeah, of course, yeah. I was misunderstanding that, yeah. Maybe starting a company is his fetish, said No Donor. Test it? Maybe. Damn, rip stream. Yeah, the stream is gone, but I am back. Are we back? Yeah, I'm back. The stream died for me, but I don't want to say anything because I'm not sure it's just me or not. No, that was me. Yeah, that was me. He tested it so hard the stream died. They killed it because Cider forgot how to cut works. Cider is back now. Yes, I am. Maybe the power went out? No. The internet went out? No. The computer crashed. Path of Exile have been crashing my computer. Third time. Well, when I stream and play Path of Exile, it crashes. Let's see. Or the hamster that run the computer wheels weren't fed today. Yeah, that's probably it. vGPU unlock? What is this? Why did you link this? Unlock vGPU functionality for consumer of consumer grade NVIDIA GPUs. I don't run NVIDIA myself. Alright, what do we have here? Vendor reset. I don't know anything about that. That's above my head. We've gotten those. Right, so move you over here. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, that is so frustrating. I think, yeah. No more streaming Path of Exile. It kind of feels like it. Either that or I have to do, like, I have to look into it. I have to look into what is happening, and that's some annoying stuff. Blasphemous says, stream would not have gone out if you ran game in another TTY. I tried to switch to another TTI and kill Path of Exile, but the entire, like, the other TTI was not there, right? The whole computer froze up. I had to restart the computer. Maybe, maybe not. How you'd be able to stream the other TTI, I have no idea. Yeah, I want a... What I really want is a capture card. Yeah, I want a capture card. That is what I want. I'll try to get my hand on it, I suppose. I got to keep those things. That's interesting. Let's see. Now Donor says, that is how you split up your GPU for a virtual machine. Oh, that is how you split up NVIDIA GPU. Oh, I don't... Usually restricted for the enterprise grade GPUs. Ah, alright, here we go. Lastman says, fuck a capture card. Looking Glass IO, what's this? Looking Glass is an open source application that allows the use of KVM kernel based virtual machine configured for VGA. This is the final step required to move away from dual booting with other operating system for legacy programs that requires high performance graphics. Wait, what is this? Looking Glass? that allows for the use of a kernel-based virtual machine configured for VGA PCI pass-through. Wait, are you saying that I don't need a capture card, that I can just use this instead of a capture card? I can just plug my through a VGA into my other computer, something like that. Node owner says, gives a link to Magic. What's this? Magic Sysr Q key is a key combination understood by the Linux kernel which allows the user to perform various low-level commands, regardless of the system states. It is often used to recover from freezes or to ooh. I need to look into this. With more options and much more control. That sounds great, yeah. Blasphemous says, Path of Exile crashes my computer, starts it up again. Yeah. It's an hour until lunch. Try the Steam version of Path of Exile. Yeah, that might be a good idea, yeah, trying the Steam version. That takes a long time to download. It'll run the PCI pass-through. I don't know what that is, PCI pass-through, in a window instead of requiring you to give it an entire monitor. Which would then let you just capture the window. Alright, Node owner says that Looking Glass lets you view your virtual machine screen like a window on your desktop instead of having a dedicated monitor. Alright, so your recommendation is plug the capture card instead, run a virtual machine and run the game in the virtual machine. Doesn't that lower the performance of the game? Everything I've seen, when anyone has used a virtual machine, it's just... Right? It doesn't even run an operating system fast enough. So how would it run a game? Does that work? Blasphemous says, I wonder if this would work too for your case. Running wine under a separate user account. Or would that still crash his main account? Where is it? Wait, where did it go? Under a separate account. Where did we... This is just wine. Was it at the bottom? There we go. Here it is. Blasphemous says, you're fine for the type of games you play. Node owner says, games running in a virtual machines are incredibly fast, almost bare metal performance with PCI pass-through. Alright, so I guess I have to look into that then. So I need Looking Glass. I need this and virtual machines to run games. Huh. Alright, Blasphemous says it doesn't just have to be with wine, should work with anything.
Yes.
I wonder why it started crashing, right? I played this other league, right? There hasn't been any Path of Exile updates. Why has the computer started crashing? I have no idea. Freezing up. Yeah, freezing up. No, there's a lot to learn if you want to start using VMs. I mean, VMs, it's like, I don't really want to. Right? If it's a good idea, right? I don't, like... Yeah. Actually, I would prefer, like, after even these things you say, I would prefer having a capture card. Because I could have the stream on one computer, right? And not spend so much resources on my gaming computer, right? I could just do all the streaming stuff on another, like, not as important computer, right? Instead of giving this computer this treatment. That makes sense? Plasmus links another thing. But learning all this shit, right? Oh man.
I can't do this just yet.
Like, I like to be on my computer. It feels like doing a lot of extra stuff just to create fake computer when I have an actual computer. And I want my actual computer to do the things. That's where my mind goes anyway. Plasmuses, there are guides on Reddit too, which are probably outdated. Huh. Your computer is more than powerful enough to run it fine. Yeah, it is now, right? But what about in 4 years' time, 5 years' time, 6 years' time? Is that still the case? I like to... yeah. Right? There's gonna be an upper limit, right? That's one of the reasons why I liked Arch. And the idea of Gentoo, right? Just take all the stuff that I don't need out. I want it all out. All the stuff that I don't need, if that makes sense. Nodonor says the dual PC streaming setup has a lot of benefits. Go for it. Yeah. What other benefits would it be? Would virtual machines have? I mean, for now, I mean, since I won't afford a capture card, maybe I should start doing VMs, but it also feels like, oh, that's a whole extra thing I need to learn, and I'm really not in the mood for that. I've got other stuff on the learning side of life at the moment. Maybe I should just go to Steam and try the Proton thing first. See if it still crashes, then maybe look into something different. Lasmus says in 6 years' time your computer will be outdated either way.
I can't do this just yet.
Yeah, I mean, yes. The thing is, like, my other computer, I had that for 8 years before buying this one. I'm just assuming from past experience that I'm not gonna be able to get another computer for another 8 years' time, right? It probably won't work for me. I need a long-term plan. The hope is to use this computer for a long, long, long time. Yeah. So I want to build a setup that makes the computer last as long as possible. Yeah. Regal orb. I need to get that. Blasphemous says, all your gaming junk would be sandbox. In 8 years you'll be able to find a new GPU. Will I though? That sounds very expensive. My assumption is that I'm gonna be stuck with this machine. I mean, I might not be, but I don't want to play with that assumption. I want to play around with the assumption that I'm gonna be stuck with this machine, and therefore I want this machine to stay alive as long as possible.
Be free from the torments of immortality. A mother's keen heart.
Chaos damage taken. Reduced chaos damage over time. No, I think I'm gonna keep that way. Blasphemous says, yeah, by then they'll probably cost $2,000 MSRP. Wait, what is MSRP?
May humanity flourish.
That was fine.
I can't do this just yet.
You killed Shikari.
Manufactured suggested retail price. Ah.
Yes.
See ya.
Alright, we need to get some extra life. I think it's 5% on all of these things now. Ooh. Got another dual socket. Let's get that. Wonder if I dare do this. Would be frustrating to crash at the last. Ah, let's gamble. Let's gamble. Well, Blasphemous says, if you keep insulting Amazon, your social credit score will be too low to qualify you for one. Oh. I don't remember if I've ever insulted Amazon. Alright. Probably I have. Amazon is trash. There we go. I mean, that's the thing though, right? That sure, your social score goes down, I suppose. It might go down. Like I said before, Amazon doesn't care. What's this? Laura the Contender? That's interesting. What level is this? 55? Oh, we're fine. I don't know what mic is this. Crash of Exile TM. Ah. Blasphemous is lol. Fuck Amazon. Let's go live in a forest somewhere. Not Honor says, I think Cider has the right attitude. Except he seems to have a preconceived notion that somehow virtual machines are somehow slow or inferior to bare metal. That is the preconceived notion I've gotten, yeah, and then that's just mistaken. Alright. I can speak from experience when I say that a well-configured VM feels exactly the same as bare metal. Oh, well. And therein lies the problem then. Alright. Me configuring a VM, making a well configuration, seems like that might not happen. Alright, let's see. And it's not an either-or situation. You can have VMs if you want a second streaming PC for redundancy. They're just tools that you use, yeah. Like I remember someone like there is this game mode that I saw someone hype up, and I'm like, I'll try that. And it made all my games run worse. Right? In my mind, you can't. Right? Adding stuff is usually a bad idea, and VM is adding stuff. I don't think I'm like points of failure. Right? You're adding complexity. When you add complexity, stuff will run worse. I don't think I'm completely mistaken on that. It might be that you can do a VM in a way so that it's those reductions in performance or whatever might not be significant. Right? It might not be significant. That is what I hear you saying. From my perspective, that is what I read into what you just said. That those reductions in performance or resources used or whatever can be just insignificant. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe I should look into a VM. Like if you can make just like a right, you were talking about a well configured. Could I just get a simple VM up and running that is well configured and will work for my use case, or do I have to like? I'm thinking like if I want to get into Nix, for example, I have to read a fucking book, and I'm not in the mood to read a book for a VM. And I've started reading, well, book. I'm talking about the Nix pills, for example. And that I'm fine with doing that, right? Reading Nix pills. It's just it takes me a long while. I don't want to, since I have many things that I want to do, I don't want to spend all that time getting VMs up and running. If that makes sense. Like the benefits, yeah, cost-benefit analysis, let's call it that. I like the cost-benefit analysis of Nix. I do indeed. Alright, Blasphemous says you can have Chromebook. That sounds googly. Blasphemous says I used PCI pass-through to switch to Linux when gaming still sucked on Linux. I could play my games on Windows in a virtual machine without sacrificing performance until I played Watch Dogs 2 and realized my computer was getting old and shitty. Nodon says I've used my computer purely through a virtual machine for like half a year. Look at that. But we have some difference, right? We have some different attitudes regarding these things, right? Right, some things that I care about you don't care about, and some things you care about I don't care about. Let's get all the life ones. I forgot to check current location. Yes, this is where I want to go. Look at some videos about PCI pass-through. That is specifically what I'm looking for. All right. PCI pass-through. Yeah. There we go. That is what I'm going to look at. Okay. Thanks, Blasphemous. That's laser focus. Thank you. Nodonner says, I've never read all of the Nyx spells. I just learned by doing. VMs were the same way. I tried that, but I run into walls. Run into walls. Stuck. I'm talking about running into walls, eh? And we do have differences of approaches. We talked about that before. It's not in my aptitude, all these computer stuff. It's difficult for me. I like learning them. Wait, what just happened? Why is the... like so. Nodonner says, can you give an example of something that you care about that I don't care about? Disk space. What else? I mean, it's I would say it's a sliding scale, but like security. Privacy. I mean, I do care about these things. It's just sliding scale kind of thing. Maybe it was a little bit binary, saying that you don't care and I care. It's more like we care in different amounts about different things, right? We value some things higher than other things. I mean, that's fine. I think that's fine. Oh, what is this? Alright, that's a long fucking... Quemo system. Alright, is that a virtual machine? Okay, well, that's not a whole thing, but you get the idea. Oh, that's how you start a virtual machine? Oh, so one way to do it is probably just finding someone who has a long fucking shell script. Oh, what's that thing? It's a... what am I thinking about? There is... sandboxing, yeah. I haven't... Like, I find the idea of sandboxing just for the sake of sandboxing, I guess. I think that just comes from ignorance. My dislike of the idea of sandboxing. I don't know. I'm just sad my computer is crashing. It's not supposed to be crashing.
I can't do this just yet.
That's not where I'm going. Upset and frustrated, yeah. Nodon says, maybe we care different amounts, but you were right about the disk space. I really don't care about disk space. I mean, I don't care a lot about disk space, but I do. There we go, Aspirant's Trial. Here's my Nix config for a virtual machine I used to use. Oh, I still can't read the Nix, right? The Nix language. That is why I have to read Nix pills, because functional programming is completely new to me. I've looked into Haskell a couple of times, but I don't get it. It's too difficult for me. It's too difficult for me. And also, I'm not getting Nix on this computer anytime soon. Look at all this. 200 lines. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. We'll just set up your first virtual machine with Virt Manager, though. Makes it easy. Virt Manager. Then we hurry up over here, and we get these. Apply those points. Ooh, didn't crash. Nice. That would make me sad. Virt Manager. Let's write that down. Virt Manager. Blasphemous says, once you get it working, there are all kind of ways to improve upon it. There we go. Incoming Exalt from treasure chest, just watch. Oh no, there's no way. Alright. Nodonner says, I don't get functional programming either, yet I use it. My mind can't do that. Not really. Well, that's what, again, that's a false binary. My mind has great fucking problems with doing that. I don't get it. I can't. I have great difficulty using it. I need to get it. Otherwise, using it is... Yeah. Maybe that's why I got stuck at Exapunk, right? I don't know what to try, because I don't get it. Just get hampered and just don't do anything until I get it. That's why I need to read Nix pills. That's why I was just sitting around in Exapunks and just looking at it and trying to figuring it out, right? That's how my mind works. Oh man. Was Promid an Exalt? Was Promid an Exalt? Blasphemous says, the only thing that sucked was when I was trying to use some music production software, because Pulse Audio would crackle. I didn't have that issue with gaming though. Nice. Your first two keys will blank. It's in the last one. Just trust me. I was trusting you. I feel so betrayed, Banana Waffle Monkey. So betrayed. Oh man, so betrayed. And I still haven't gotten... Oh man, I should have gotten new boots or something for this. Because these boots are not... Definitely need new boots. Because this is not... Yeah. Here, just to get something. Note owner says, I just check the documentation when I don't get something. Or examples. I love examples. Oh, I love examples, yeah. And I have gotten stuff working by using examples and stuff like that. Just like hacking it together. But I feel super uncomfortable. And it usually breaks and I have no idea why it breaks. Like Nix, yeah. I tried for a long time to get Nix package working. And that's like, what, 40 lines of code? If that. But I couldn't get it working. And since I got an error message, and I didn't understand the error message. So I looked up the error message online, and that just explained in a context of the functional programming language. And since I don't understand functional programming language, I didn't understand the error message.
Yes.
Since I didn't understand the error message, I could not fix it. That's where I end up. Plenty of time. It's super frustrating.
Until next time.
I think maybe someone with a different mind than mine could have fixed that. Could have fixed it. They would have just tried something that would have worked. Or maybe wouldn't have worked. Unfortunately,
What can we do for you? Good luck.
Strengths and weaknesses. Banana Waffle Mix says, your mistake was that you didn't get lucky when I said I thought you would get lucky. So it's your fault for not getting lucky, really. Good point, Banana Waffle Monkey. That was my fault. I did not get lucky. Indeed, my mistake. Blasphemous says, I hate when Arch Wiki leaves out important parts, Kappa. Yes. Nodonor says, show me an example and I'll copy-paste it, or I'll tell you you're stupid and do it my own way. Either way, I'm past any wall or mental block I might have had. Show me an example, I'll copy-paste it, or I'll tell you you're stupid and do it my own way. Either way, past any wall or mental block I might have had. Oh, the example gets you through? Blasphemous says, Cider, you needs to get motivated. Hit Cider. Violence does not motivate me. I mean, this game crashing is motivating me to do virtual machines, right? It's like why I'm playing around with Nix.
I can't do this just
Yeah.
yet.
So many ways to get motivated. Violence not being one of them. For me, like, yeah, functionality. I want a functioning computer. And I can trick myself. I suppose I could just place Path of Exile in a virtual machine, and then that would motivate me to learn virtual machines. I don't know. Nodonor says, at least when it breaks, it tells you straight up and you don't end up with half a broken system. Yeah, I like that. When it tells you, when stuff breaks, it tells you. Just frustrating when you don't get error messages. I think that's one of the worst feelings. When I get an error message and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't even start to understand this error message. Like with the level head thing, right? Got a lot of error messages, and they were straightforward, right? Very straightforward. But I have no idea, like, why are they saying that like this? No idea. So I hit a wall and didn't know what to do. So I asked the devs for help, and they said, "Sure, we'll help." That was a month ago. I haven't heard anything since then. Luckily, I was keep looking at what were they called again? Luckily, other people are having connection issues as well. But it's not only Linux. There is something with the connection to their servers that is problematic. Yeah, the feedback. They call it the feedback because that's where the feedback ends up. And bug reports and whatnot. Right, Node says, I took it slow at first. I didn't make a whole new package first thing. I just updated an existing mix package. Oh, right. The package I did, I copy-pasted it. Right there, because it's actually quite interesting. I want to show you this. We have YouTube-viewer. That's not the one. What's he called again? Trisan, I think it's called. Trisan. Alright. We'll go to Trisan here. YouTube viewer. And you look at this. Actually, we can keep this. And then we can go to Trisan. And we can find... No? Alright. Type viewer. There we go. Right. These look kind of similar, don't they? They have all the same dependencies and whatnot. They're pretty much the same. And they have like installation. Where is it? They are the same. So this one exists on Nix. This one does not. I was trying to get this one to work. So I did copy this one and first I tried myself and I failed, so I found an example. I took this as an example and I just tried to implement it. It didn't work. It didn't work. Right? And I'm lost because I don't understand the error message. I did not understand the error message. I need to understand. Yes, I do. This dude loves Pearl. He does indeed, yeah. I was thinking like, what is it I'm not understanding? Is it Nix that I don't understand? Is it Pearl I don't understand? Is it... like, no idea what was happening by just going from an example. It sucks. Blasphemous says, setting up PCI pass-through was the first thing I really did when switching to Linux. I had no idea what I was doing with Linux, and it took me a month. Whew. I think you would know enough to get it working in a few hours. A few hours plus a couple of more hours. So maybe if you think a few hours, let's say a few hours is 3 hours, then it will take me 6 hours. Banana Waffle Monkey says, if your build didn't necessitate the anvil, I feel like this would be your next best in slot amulet. Yeah, the anvil is great stuff. Otherwise it would be this. Increased damage, increased global physical damage, increased fire, cold, lightning, chaos damage. Ooh, that is nice. That would be nice, right? It kind of seems like it's works very well with that weapon. And this weapon seems to be working fine so far. Natural hierarchy, very nice. Nodhunter says, you want a functional computer? That's a lot to ask. Have you thought about getting a Mac? No, well... Yes, no. I actually had a Mac one day. I got it as a gift. Well... gift / payment. Thanks for the help. Thanks for all the help. That was kind of a combination. A gift and a thanks for all the help. I got a MacBook. That was a long time ago. I mean, it's Unix, I suppose. I don't know. Alright, this dude loves Pearl, yeah. Don't use this as an example. Use other Nix packages for Pearl software as an example. Yeah, exactly. That is... I was thinking that is the best possible Pearl example I could find. It's exactly the same. Vasma says, did you feel insulted? For the Mac? No, I was grateful. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my first computer that I owned myself. Yeah. Wasn't like... How old was I? Like 18, 19, something like that. That was my own first computer. I was just grateful. Grateful indeed. Did you install Linux on it? No. No. I didn't get into Linux for a long while. This computer here is my third computer that is like new. Yeah, let's call it new. My third new computer that was my own. I've been taken over like from friends and family when they're like, oh, I'm gonna throw this computer out. Oh, let me have it. I have computers like that I've used. Yeah. It was the Mac-top and then the MacBook was the first one. And then I bought an actual stationary PC. And now this one, yeah. Nodhunter says, I'm not sure how to help you without just writing the package for you, but that doesn't help you learn at all. Oh, no, it's fine. You don't need to help me with that. Like, it was a learning experience. I learned that I need to read the Nix pills. So it was a learning experience. I didn't get any results. That was unfortunate with Nix, right? But I did understand, right? I got to the understanding that if for my continuation of Nix, I need to read the Nix pills. And that's fine. Yeah, that's fine indeed.
A worthy opponent.
Because there's so many potential benefits I can see for my personal motivation, right? There's so much personal motivation within Nix for me, so that's fine. Virtual machines, not so much. Yeah. I don't know. Not on it says Mactop is a way better name. Mactop. It is, isn't it? Man, I should trademark that. Tell them, alright, here you go. An iMac top. Get that. And give me all the money. Gross. Blasphemous says, what is standard environment? Sounds scary. Sounds like your standard environment. Oh, actually, I don't know. My guess, right? If I just have to guess, I would say like you have. Right, if you start wine, for example, today, you have a standard bottle that it uses, or you can change your environment so you have like a specific. That's what Proton does, right? Proton creates a separate wine instance for each game. And that's a different environment for each game. No? Yes? Maybe? Something like that? Hold on, it says, I'm glad you see the benefits of Nix, even if you don't know how to use it yet. Was also in this position. Yeah, it's like... if I didn't get this hyped about Path of Exile, I would still be... I would probably have installed Nix on my other laptop at this moment. Yeah, it's like I have 2 computers that I use daily. Yeah. 2 daily uses of computers. And one of them, it's probably gonna get Nix soon-ish.
Do this just yet.
But yeah, I mean, benefits for me is that I'm really interested in learning functional languages, right? Functional programming. That has been hyped up for me, so I want to learn what all the fuss is about, because the people who know it are all hyped up and say, well, this is a, like, even if you don't, like, there are some best practices, right? You can learn how to do stuff in a functional way, right? It's a great tool to have within understanding how to program. I've been, like I said, I've been interested in learning that, but I haven't really found any personal usages for it before. I had been thinking about taking that, what's it called? Xmonad? That's Haskell, right? No. Monad. It's just called Monad. No? Monads all the way down? Fuck, I don't know. But I don't know about that. Just living in a functional operating system. I'm thinking that the Nix language will be a great way to enter into functional programming thinking. And also I love the idea of just having everything in one directory. Your whole operating system, all the configurations and everything. Everything controlled with the same meta thing. Right? That's the one of the arguments you made, right? There is no... yeah. The machine stays clean. Yes. That is something I like. Really like that the machine stays clean in Nix. Because I can't. I just can't keep Arch clean. I'm a filthy person, yeah. So having a system that forces cleanliness sounds great. Yeah. Like, my room is very dirty. Like, if I could be in a situation where the room just can't get dirtified, well, it can, but like, you have to make an effort for that to happen.
Yes?
Yes.
Increased area damage.
Take care.
Arc. Nice Nova. There we go. Blasphemous says, Cider, do you live in clutter? I do. Too much clutter. Well, at the moment I don't really have a choice in the matter. It's just... I don't have any space. I don't have any space to not live in clutter at the moment.
Here we stand.
Last says sudo pacman -s unclutter. Yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. That is like one of the things that makes Nyx sound great, because Nyx works that way. You could make Arch work that way, Pac-Man work that way, but that's not how I usually do things. Because I'm a terrible unclean. Yes, I'm unclean. Well, this was an interesting approach. I've never played this boss like this. Right. All these whirlwinds. Usually, you run away from them. You're not supposed to kill this boss like this. This was amazing. I think I've never killed this boss this fast. This is the build that has been the slowest at killing all the bosses, right? This build has been the slowest boss killer of all time. But this boss just...
Beautiful for this ugly world. I shall
amazing.
It shames me.
That was amazing. Alright. Blasphemous says, I use that just to make my mouse cursor vanish. So sad. Wait. Oh. Oh, it's an actual thing. Called unclutter. Just to use your... Yeah, alright. I mean, I don't live in clutter like that. It's more... My clutter is this. Alright, if I do... make it a little bit bigger. Oh, actually, it can be smaller. It's fine. I do Pac-Man -QET. This is clutter. This is all clutter, alright? What is this? Why is this here? I have no idea. I have no idea. Do I need to keep it? What happens if I remove it? So then I have to look it up, right? So that's how I get cluttered. It's a lot of trash. I don't want it. I don't want all that trash. Yes, right? After you said that, I was thinking the exact same thing. Blasphemous says, yeah, your Firefox looks very cluttered. Yeah, it is. Did you install the entire Xorg group too? I did, and I regret it. Just like you. Nodonor says, I used to use Unclutter, but I replaced it with something. I forgot what. I went with just Xorg server this time. Yeah, I want to do that as well. And all those changes, right? I installed that now, and I don't know which of these can I remove. I don't know. That's a great thing about Nix, right? That problem does not really arise. Because you don't really tell your machine to install Xorg. Yeah. Xorg is just... That's the understanding I got, right, from Nix. You only install the explicit packages. You don't ever install... Right? You only install what you use. Right? Yeah, very cluttered. Alright, let's... Windows 10 VM. Yeah, this is too difficult for me. That's PCI paths through, though. What was this? I don't remember what this was. Glass. Alright, that almost disappeared. Convert manager. That was the recommendation. We open that. But I was curious about unclutter. Well, there we go. Unclutter. It hides your X mouse cursor when you don't need it. Oh, that's the only thing it does? You don't need... I suppose. Blasphemous says, I think you are looking at it as a whole and feel overwhelmed. Yes. Wait, what are we thinking about? If you look at it line by line, it will just make sense. What will just make sense? Right, and that's... My mind is great at looking at stuff in a holistic manner, right? Looking at the whole thing. That is something my mind is good at doing. So that is my standard approach. line by line. I need to have the context to understand the line. Which I understand that doesn't sound like that would be how I work, but since I never read your full messages, I just go line by line when I read your messages in the chat. Virtual machine config. Oh no, that was a Nix virtual machine config. That is why I was not interested in looking at that, because it was written in Nix, and I don't know Nix. I don't know functional. It's a functional language, right? Yeah. So that was just, it was not a good example for me, right? Because I'm not gonna be doing my virtual machine in Nix, because that would be two things I don't know how to do. I don't know Nix, I don't know virtual machines. So trying to doing a virtual machine in Nix is a mistake. If I'm doing a virtual machine, I'm doing that in Arch, because I know Arch. Yeah. I like that recommendation, right? I'm doing Virt Manager. I like that. Because Virt Manager makes it easy. That's what I heard, anyway. Blasphemous is everything after line 20 is libvirt.
I can't do this just yet.
Virtual machines, eh? Oh, wow. Oh, here we go. You're supposed to hide behind those stones, by the way. I am so tanky right now. I'm so tanky. Blasphemous says we could just explain it all and you'd have it set up in like half an hour. No, I'm not comfortable with that at all. Because that wouldn't be me setting it up, it would be you setting it up for me, right? And that is exactly what I was talking about, right? Just an example is... It doesn't work for me. I need to understand what's going on. And I am a slow learner. Man, it's starting to get to lunchtime. Just notice the clock. Let's just kill these bosses first. Can I tank this? I could tank that as well. I'm just tanking everything. All that tanking was without Fortify. Amazing. So strong. Lastman says, ugh, I'm only going to get 3 hours of sleep again? That does not sound good. Lastmas. How come? Maybe you should go to sleep immediately. You have an early day tomorrow? Not tired yet. Your spelling seems to disagree. Well, that's not spelling. Sorry, no. What's that? Your fat fingering seems to disagree. Hello. Oh, look at that. Oh, man, that boss died fast. Just said slam, 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 slam. Perfect.
At last, Altria.
Last one says, oh no, my typing is from my headache. Still with that headache, eh? But the headache is getting worse because... Well, if you only get 3 hours of sleep, that has to make the headache worse, no? Oh. I have an idea. That dude had boob jiggle physics. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That was a boob jiggle.
I can't do this just yet.
Gross.
Well, I suppose you'll be wanting a...
I ain't gonna lie.
I hadn't noticed that before. Guy has boobs. Is he trans? No, he was fat.
Ready to go?
I'm not even sure it was a guy. Maybe it was not a guy? He was fat, though. It looked like man boobs, yeah.
Say, you know.
Welcome. The sea wind.
It is good to see those.
Yes? Remember, we do this for freedom.
Fat chuck-a-boob. Oh, that's fine. Fat chuck-a-boob. Alright. And that is lunchtime. All right. Thanks for hanging out today and for the recommendations. We'll see if I'll look into this afternoon. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Lazy fucker. We'll see. We will see, indeed. All right, have a good one. I hope that even though it's only 3 hours of sleep, maybe take a power nap, catch up on some sleep tomorrow. I don't know. All right, thanks for hanging out and see you next time. Cheers.